Thank you for tuning in. Woodsy here, and today we're going to be looking at the Nike SB Dunk Low Pro Dark Russet. Now, there's been quite a few Dunk Low releases over the last few months, and it's weirdly enough, I don't know whether that spurred it on or whether it is slowly dying in hype because the resale has been dipping, which is always good to hear. This pair I've had for a week or so now. I only recently bought it off eBay. I wasn't lucky enough to win it off a raffle, and I actually nearly paid resale for this a few months ago because it was a pair I really wanted. I'm glad I didn't, because I've saved myself at least 80 to 100 quid because the prices have really dropped, and obviously this wasn't retail price I got this for, but it wasn't like crazy over. And what I've found with recent releases is they haven't been going really high. They've been staying under 200 at least, and yeah, it's always good to hear. The reasons I like this shoe, so I will get to that, but of course we will start off with a box. So this is an orange label release, so you've got your orange label box, and then on the label itself it says Nike SB Dunk Low Pro ISO. This is Dark Russet Sale Dark Russet. I got this in a UK 9.5, which is a US 10.5. Let's get them spare laces out ready. Now, I know that you're going to be like, oh, they don't look at all like that, but they remind me of the Gibsons because of that all leather upper. I know it doesn't have the pink interior. I know there was a lot of differences and it had a darker midsole, but that leather and even the sort of like tumbleness to it really reminds me of that shoe. And that shoe is one that has fond memories. I think of that shoe when I think of actually first ever looking at SBs back in the day. And it actually is a pair I would probably like to own, but I always worry because I think I would absolutely melt inside there because of that fluffy interior. Again, with the all leather upper, you don't often get an all leather upper when it comes to SB Dunks. The majority of the time they have suede or a mix of suede and leather or nubuck. It's very rare when you have this all leather upper, and that's again something that was really appealing to me. And literally the smell of this, it has such a strong leather smell. Hopefully that is a sign of quality. This is an orange label after all, but the swoosh it's a standard plasticky self. Now, I've seen different pairs and it seems like the colors sort of like go from a lighter to a darker. There is a lot of variations and quality control between different pairs, and even this pair has sort of like less tumbling. It has like patches where it's more smoother and it's sort of a lighter color, but even still I think these are a really beautifully clean pair, and so simple, so easy to wear, and I actually think they are quite a classy dunk. Just jumping in, there's one thing I forgot to say. With this Dark Russet release, there was actually some apparel. There was a sort of brown hoodie that went with it, a russet hoodie. It's probably sold out in most places, but it was quite a nice hoodie actually. I was very tempted to get it, but yeah, anyway, let's go back to him. Now, let's talk around the actual shoe itself. So you've got a gum bottom with that contrasting black. So the colors, the color blocking I think works really well. So you have obviously black, white, the actual leather itself, and then a gum, and then little touches of orange to show that it is an orange label. White tongue, now that is another thing that I find really appealing when it comes to SB Dunks. I like a white tongue on it. I think it looks really cool. Obviously it's going to get grubby quick, but nevertheless I think it looks fantastic. Inside on the sock liner you have black insole with a nice bright square stating the orange label again. White contrasting stitching on that heel tab. That heel tab is again, as it is an all leather upper, it is again leather. White plasticky leather on the swooshes, white midsole with no contrasting stitching. White laces come stock. Then you have these sort of brown laces that I actually don't think go well with the leather itself, but when they're in they don't actually look that bad. But I'm not overly keen on the spare laces. Contrasting on that white tongue, you have the orange swoosh, and I really like how they've done the text in white so you can hardly see it, and you have that bright swoosh pop out because it just looks like it is just a swoosh on its own. It doesn't say Nike Dunk on the bottom part of that tongue tag, and then you have some variations on the tag at the back. So bright orange, and they've added support your local. Unfortunately, I couldn't support my local with this pair. I had to pay resale, but it's still a nice touch with that tongue tag. All round, I'm very happy with this pair. I think they look absolutely fantastic. They should hopefully be really durable, and that, like majority of Dunks nowadays, they have a nice bevel from the toe around the mudguard into the toe box, and yeah, a really nice tumbled finish. Lace tips, orange at the end to again show it is orange label, and yeah, very simple, very clean shoe. Very happy with it. So let's go to the on feet, but before that, let me ask you to let me know what you think of this shoe. Did you pick it up? Do you think that the market is dropping finally, and are you ecstatic about it like I am? Because I want to be able to pick up Dunks again for retail. But anyway, it's Woodsy out.